start these movie reviews by talking usually about the celebrity that is in the movie. So in this case, Jake Gyllenhaal. Dude, I'm just gonna say, how did you get so ripped? Like, how in the world, after Nightcrawler looking all skinny and malnourished to being ripped, you like pulled a Christian Bale? It's insane. Anyways, that's a good start to the review. Hey guys, I'm JJ. Thanks for watching Johnnie June movie reviews, and let's get started.
I expected a hard fight, you know. I put my family through a lot.
The more you get hit, the harder you fight. I get it.
Let's go!
So this movie is based on a man who's got a beautiful wife, a beautiful daughter, and he is the boxing champion. Very well known, the great Billy Hope. He's very, very driven as a fighter. Definitely very driven. And he's doing it all for himself and for his family. However, when tragedy strikes, this all changes. He is losing his daughter, he is losing his house, he loses his manager. So when he's at the lowest he has ever been, this is when he needs to get up and fight. So he goes and finds this old trainer who used to train someone that he had fought against in the past, who trained the greats. Even though it's not the fighting style he's used to, he's got to really dig down and find himself and get back up into the fighting career and get his family back.
You can't fight like that anymore. Think about her.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I love you.
I love you.
So predictable.
Man.
I'll start with our star, Jake Gyllenhaal, who plays Billy Hope. I'm just gonna start off by saying Jake Gyllenhaal has definitely become one of my most favorite actors now. He is just shown me a lot by his role in Prisoners, his role in Nightcrawler. I mean, even Brokeback Mountain. I mean, he's just is very, I think the word's versatile. I'm gonna look that up. He's very good at acting many different parts. So in this movie, he had to lower his voice. He was very spoiled, used to getting what he was wanting. He was actually very much not a smart man. I don't think that was even a smart sentence, but whatever. But I was just thoroughly impressed with these acting skills, and I cannot wait to see him in more things. He did a great job. But Billy Hope was a very interesting character in himself, just to see his progression from being low to coming back up. Okay, and then we have his wife Maureen, who's played by the beautiful Rachel McAdams, who you guys would know from The Notebook, or most recently is actually True Detective. And she is showing me some impressive stuff too, because I was just used to seeing her as the kind of innocent girl, besides when she was in Mean Girls, because that's completely different. She was very good in it as well. Very, very, very pretty. They showed a lot of skin for her. I was not used to that. Maureen was the pusher though. She would make all Billy's decisions. She really loved him and wanted to make sure that he was happy, no matter what, even if that meant not fighting anymore. Alright, so then we have Wills, who is the trainer that Billy Hope later finds, who is played by Forrest Whitaker. You guys know him, I'm sure. He's been out there in the acting world for quite a while, but he was good as per usual. He was kind of the typical, you got the really rich trainers in fighting movies, but then you got the ones that aren't rich, pretty poor, but they're poor because they focus on the people. Okay, so then we also had 50 Cent, who I've seen in a couple of movies, and I think it's always pretty funny when I see him, but he's not a bad actor. He was the manager of Billy Hope, the first manager who he lost in the whole situation. Yeah, he was not bad. Then we have Una Lawrence, which is an interesting name, who plays Layla Hope. She is the daughter, obviously, of Maureen and Billy Hope. I've never seen this actress in anything else. This is definitely the first thing I've ever seen her in. I'm interested to see her in more. I was slightly impressed. For a child actor, it's definitely more impressive if you can see some emotion from them, because they're kids, you know? It's a lot harder to have a range of emotion when you haven't been through that much in life.
You want me to come with you?
No, man. I gotta do this alone.
So what brings Billy Hope into my gym?
I'm looking for a job, maybe a place to train.
You couldn't handle the rules here, man.
Alright, so as for the soundtrack, I loved it. Fighting movies are my thing because you just get so pumped up watching it, and you just want to go work out afterwards or get in really good shape. You just get really pumped up. There were some good Eminem songs. I think it was made specifically for the movie, so that was good. But there was one song at the end, like just towards the end credits, that felt like it became cheesy, like it was a cheesy part of the movie. So that's the one downside of the soundtrack. Other than that, I loved it.
I am phenomenal.
Okay, so overall, the acting was great. I was very impressed by the acting. I was very impressed by how much I believed Jake Gyllenhaal was Billy Hope, but there were some flaws, you know? A man is not gonna lose his house so quickly as he did, and that's not a spoiler because they show that in the trailer. He just loses things so quickly, and that was just not really realistic. It was, unfortunately, very predictable. I was really looking forward to seeing this movie, definitely really looking forward to it, but I just guessed everything that was gonna happen. Even though it was very, very entertaining, I didn't like how it was predictable. but I do love those kind of movies where you see a man get kicked down to his worst and then see himself fight back up. Especially since it's boxing, that was really cool to watch. So overall, I would give this movie, I'd say a 7, which would be a rating of good on my movie review ratings, which you can scroll down and see in the description box below. Very impressed by the acting. I cannot get enough of how good that was. I mean, and I'm mainly talking about Jake Gyllenhaal because he just kind of, you know, he had to talk like this, like be really just spoiled and all that kind of stuff. I was very much entertained by this movie. And for this review, I actually kind of winged it more than I took it from a script. So for all those of you guys who have seen my old reviews, please let me know in the comments below if you prefer the scripted version of the Johnnie Dream movie reviews or the kind of laid back and just free flow talk. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Once again, if you want to see the ratings that I do for all the videos, just scroll down and you'll see it in the description box. Also, while you're down there near the description box, please subscribe and like the video if you liked it, and stay tuned for some more movie reviews.